First and foremost, before we get started, as always, we're going to give all praises, honor, and glory to
Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Rakakodash.
We're also going to give double honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone. Salutations to all you brothers out there. And, we're out here again, teaching and preaching. All right? And I guess we could just land back off of what we were talking about at the main camp. Pretty much, we were stating how Eve, is the wicked, and how basically everything is, dying under his rulership.
That's right.
All right. If we get that Proverbs 29:2. All right. Because under this man's rulership, we get also Isaiah 24 too, because it talks about the earth is, languishing, right? Because they look, both the earth is falling apart and these people, and it's evident,
Just go. That's perfect scripture for it. Proverbs 29:2.
Yeah, you got it. Right.
All right, Proverbs 29:2. When the righteous are in authority, the people rejoice. But when the wicked beareth rule, the people mourn.
And that's what we're seeing, Everybody's, depressed, stressed, on drugs, protesting, dying off at young ages because of, this disease, that disease, ODing.
Yep. And with something that's supposed to be as important as they made today to be, with AI, you don't know what to believe. If they had 50,000 here, they'll say it was 5, and then show you 5. So, this protesting, man, it goes again with Proverbs 29:2. These people are mourning because they're tired of this place.
Yeah, because look at the Trump administration, right? Because you got to remember, especially like in the city of Chicago, you got a lot of illegals here, right?
Right.
And they're just getting snatched up, but it's not even just the illegals, all right? They're snatching up just regular citizens, right? Giving them a hard time, throwing their ass, on the ground, detaining them for, let's say 8 hours. You know what I'm saying? People are tired of that shit, okay? Hey, you got what else? I was mentioning this in the last little live that I did, before camp. You got this government shutdown, right? We mentioned it before camp started.
That's right.
You got people losing their food stamps, their WIC, okay? A lot of people who work at work for the government, a lot of them aren't getting paid. They got to show up to work, but aren't getting paid. Then on top of that, Trump literally said, some of you aren't even going to get back pay. So, hey, best believe if this, government shutdown continues, right, for another 2 weeks, 3 weeks, a month, you're going to start seeing these people who work at these different facilities, right, or these different places, right? It's, what is it, the TSA?
Yeah.
Because I know that's one of them.
Air traffic controllers, man, it affects them all, bro.
Yeah, and they're just gonna not show up. What's the point? Why am I showing up to work and I'm not getting any pay nor getting promised back pay? So that's gonna really disrupt business and commerce, because then that starts affecting whom? Corporate America. Because corporate America's every week, man. It's like clockwork. They're flying out a Sunday night, or they're flying out Sunday morning to be in the new city for a couple of days, and they're shooting back usually Thursday. Then you got all these different people that got to go on vacations, right? Personal reasons, they got to go to a different city, and they can't get around. You're gonna start seeing people lose it, and that's just some small minor stuff that I can think of right now in my head.
And also to add to that, the government takes no blame. It is what it is, but they're still getting paid. Now, that's not the biggest slap in the face.
Oh, yeah.
That you're not going to sacrifice your money. Your money's going to always be good. And as he said, who they protesting against today, he said, like it or not, it is what it is.
Oh, yeah.
So,
they don't care. They don't care that, 10,000, 20,000 of you go to, downtown Chicago, downtown New York, so on and so forth. They don't care that you're going into these areas and protesting. Because look, they're not even either A, in the country, or B, around these major cities. Okay? So they're going to be, if they are, you know, near, like, let's say, whatever city, they're in the prosperous parts where they're, you know, in the gated communities, right? They're on, like, actual estates where it literally takes you damn near, you know, a couple minutes just to pull into their estate, all right? Real talk, man. I literally been in this, man.
25-minute walk.
Exactly, bro. Just to walk to their place, 15 easily, by foot, just to get to the front door, 15, 20 minutes, bro. Like I told you, brothers, I had this Russian customer. To get into his place, right? It was like going through like a forest, basically. And I didn't even know that there was really like a home, like in the back. And then, bro, once you get past the little forest part, this guy has so much land that I'm not exaggerating. It could have probably fit like a whole, maybe 2 whole subdivisions in this dude's fucking property. That's how much fucking land this guy had. Okay? But mind you, this dude, I don't want to say like low level, but for lack of words, low level compared to somebody like a Trump.
Right.
You know, one of these other officials who they're not just multi-millionaires, man. They're in the hundreds of millions, possibly even the billionaire. Like even our governor, Pritzker, he's a multi-billionaire with the B.
Yep.
Okay, so you think that they're, at some regular, facility? No, man. They're at whole estate, so they're not even around you peons, man.
And here's another slap in the face, Elder. If he came in office with $2 billion, why would you leave a $2 billion business to be a governor or politician?
Exactly.
Because now my net worth is $3 billion. So I answered that
I was
for you.
gonna say 6.
Oh, okay. I'm a little light with the numbers. Yeah, let's double or triple it.
Hey, look at
Let's
like a
double
Nancy,
or triple it.
Look at a Nancy Pelosi, right? Look at how she, her and her, husband, right? They do trading and all that.
Come on.
And over years and years and years, their net worth just keeps skyrocketing. And they say that we're not inside traders. Okay, sure thing.
Damn.
You had that I forgot her name, but she's that I believe she's Somalian. She's the governor of Minnesota.
Yeah.
Bro, she when she got in office, she had some money, but it wasn't that much. Now she's a multi-millionaire and it just keeps going up. All right? So, hey, look, these people who are plugged up into this system, they screw the people over.
Yep.
All right? But you can get that Isaiah, as well.
It's Isaiah 24:4. The earth mourneth and fadeth away. The world languisheth and fadeth away. The haughty people of the earth do language.
Exactly. So everything's dying out. You all can't see it, but a lot of the trees that are on the streets, across the street from us, they're literally dead. Okay? Yeah, we know it's fall, but no, like these things have been dead probably for what, 2 years?
Yeah. Years.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Okay, you look at all these different ecosystems, they keep shrinking.
Yeah.
The coral reef, the Amazon, these different forests throughout, the world. Animals dying because they keep beaching themselves. Because you got to remember, they go out to these oceans, right? Like let's say the Gulf of Mexico. It's not an ocean, right? But point being though, it's next to what is that? The Atlantic? Yeah, it's next to the Atlantic Ocean and all that, right?
Yes.
Point being is, in the Gulf of Mexico, they're doing what? They're drilling, pumping that oil.
Right.
Okay. And then that's affecting the wildlife. You look like you were talking about like dumping, different chemicals, waste. Out in the ocean, they got what is it, like plastic that's the size of like Texas?
Two different states of Texas. Yeah, garbage.
And Texas is huge, man.
Yeah.
Bro, literally.
The biggest state. Right?
Bigger than
this out.
country. Shit, Texas.
Check this out, bro. From Chicago to the beginning of Texas is 12 hours. from the start of Texas all the way down to where my grandparents are from, and they're, you know, pretty close to like the border of Mexico, but still, you know, it's not exactly the tip of, of Texas, but it's close there. Another 12 hours, bro.
So
Just to give you an idea how big that shit is, bro.
That shit crazy. That shit crazy.
Okay. So and that's not. We're not even including the width. That was just the length. Then you include the width too. Come on, bro.
And that would equal what? 1/3 of Mexico, literally, right?
I have no
Yeah,
clue.
right.
All I know is that Texas on the map is a lot smaller than what it really is. I'll say it like that because it looks big, but compared to what it really should be, Texas should be way bigger, way bigger. Because that's a known fact. Esau, he manipulates the size of things, on his maps.
That's him.
You know, and that's a known fact. Okay, they try to make the U.S. look bigger than what it really is, but it's not. All right, but is there anything else in that?
Yeah, that's a little bit. Verse 5, Isaiah 24:5. The earth also is defiled under the inhabitants thereof, because they have transgressed the laws, changed the ordinance, broken the everlasting covenant.
And that's Esau, man. He basically puts the Lord's, rules and laws to the side and makes up his own and say, you know what, this is actually better, when it's really not. Okay? He'll tell you as a man, look, you can't have multiple women, okay, have, multiple children. That's, toxic masculinity.
Yeah.
But they'll tell, a man that wants to turn into a woman. Oh, how about this? A boy that wants to turn into a girl.
Right.
He's brave, he's courageous, and he needs to be protected. They'll say that's a good thing when it clearly isn't. All right? Because it's funny. They'll show you all these like cases, right, or these situations, of these trannies being so happy and how, they'll say, oh, whatever, it's changed my life for the better, yada, yada, yada. That's like one out of how many, though, because you have a lot of these trannies that are actually fighting, they're actually out there saying, look, it was the worst decision I've ever made in my life. Don't do it. There's so many of them that are coming out and saying this is the worst decision of my life.
Right.
It should not be pushed on kids. People shouldn't be doing it. Even adults, they don't do it. It made me depressed, suicidal. I was on drugs. You see? Esau's ways are terrible.
Facts. I know a female like that went to my school. She was on the dyke shit. She was on the basketball team. And then, once we graduated, the bitch always is bugged out, but once we graduated, the bitch started wearing dresses and shit. And then she was like, she said she don't know what the fuck she was dressing like a dyke for. She said basically like it was a demon on the bitch or something worse. Yeah, it was a demon on the bitch, the way she was explaining it. She don't know the shit, but she's like, basically, she don't know why. It was basically like something came over the bitch, which we know is demons on the whole.
Yeah, exactly.
But the bitch, her countenance changed. Her skin brighter. She happier, because that's the way to be. The Lord created you to be how you're supposed to be. Like the nigga say, you can't accept me for who I am. Nigga, you ain't accept yourself.
Exactly.
You get to cut your dick off and shit, man. Get to trying to get titties and shit, and then want a nigga to accept you. Nobody want to deal with that, man. You need to get put to death.
That curiosity killed the spirit, brother. So you ran with it, and here's your just desserts, So don't give in to temptation. Shit, don't give in to this wickedness. And we can go on and on with the wickedness and evil that's all around us.
Yeah.
So we all go through something, but at the same time, through Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai.
Yeah.
That spirit glow, brother. Yes,
But
sir.
at the end of the day, because we mentioned it at the main camp, that, what this world pushes, and I'll say this, and all the, prior kingdoms pushed as well, right, is nothing but a death style. If you're not following Yahweh B'Shem Yahweh Shai, it just leads to death. That's all it does. We can get that Proverbs with 8, all that hate me, love death. Yeah. We can get that. Because look, if you don't follow the ways of Yahweh B'Shem Yahweh Shai, it leads to nothing but corruption and destruction. That's it. All right?
This Proverbs 8 and 33, it says, hear instruction and be wise and refuse it not. Blessed is the man that heareth me, watching daily at my gates, waiting at the posts of my doors. For whoso findeth me findeth life,
right,
and shall obtain favor of the Lord. But he that sinneth against me wrongeth his own soul. All they that hate me love death.
Exactly. Okay.
That's
Hey, it's just a death style. If you're not following the Lord, you hate Him. Sin, the wages of sin is what? Death. Death, everything. Adultery, death. Idolatry, death. Homosexuality, death. Okay? Murder, death. Look at you, keep going on. Death. But if you follow the Lord, it leads to nothing but life. Okay? The scriptures talk about how you become prosperous. I forget where it's at exactly, but it talks about how basically, you become prosperous. Because it's funny, like, because now a lot of us, we don't really have like, money like that. Now the Lord blesses brothers here, and there's some, a little bit more than others in terms of finances, right? But hey, we're a body, we help each other out. That's neither here nor there. But hey, what we all have in common is what? The spirit of Yahweh B'Shem Yahweh Shai. Okay? We got this spiritual money. You know what I'm saying? We got the life, the scriptures talk about what? How you've been quickened, you've been basically brought to life. These people, they know something's different about us. Now some of them know that, like, he's got to be one of them Israelites, right? But then you got a lot of people that are like, man, I don't know what it is, but there's something different about him. Hey, look, we got a sound mind. Hey, we got the Comforter. Hey, we've changed our bad habits. Now we got good habits. Brothers are eating healthy, into the herbs. And that's because of the scriptures. Because look, we were eating pork, shrimp, fried foods. Some brothers, they weren't even eating vegetables. They weren't even drinking water.
Every day.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Brothers are exercising. Brothers are dressing nice. A lot of brothers are into like different incense. You know what I'm saying? You got the Paleo Santo wood.
Yep.
Okay, you know what I mean? Different, cologne, different oils.
Yep.
And these are things that are good for you. The scriptures say, what? Do good unto thyself.
Yep.
But that puts a different spirit on you, man. And these people see it. Okay? Our conduct, our mannerism, we're not hasty. Hey, we know how to treat one another with real brotherly love. We know how to deal with the elderly, the young, our wives, our parents. So people know, like, damn, man, there's just something different, And we bring that positive energy, that life into the world. Of course, through Yahweh B'Shem Yahweh Shai, through the spirit and power of Yahweh B'Shem Yahweh Shai. We're just vessels being used. Okay, but point being though is, we're still pushing that energy out there. Okay? These people are fucking done out here.
And that's like,
look at the fucking, the common, fucking YN, bro.
6'2", 100 pounds.
Fucking it's fucking 100 degrees out. Got a fucking shiesty, all black, fucking hoodie on, listening to fucking NBA YoungBoy, losing his mind.
With a puffer coat on.
The puffer coat on, mind you, it's fucking 100 degrees out.
but look how Thousand Water Brother said it. He said she had to clean herself up to look like she belonged. Instead of that death style. That death style is killing you. And what did we just say walking down here and would walk past us? The Walking Dead.
Oh, yeah.
The Walking Dead. So, you lost without Yahweh B'Shem Yahweh Shai.
That's right.
And because of our faith through Yahweh B'Shem Yahweh Shai, I got John 15 and 18. Well, if the world hates you, you know that it hated me before it hated you. So you're going through what I'm going through, which you have to do, because everybody around us, death style.
And a lot of these people, they just hate being told what's right, because they got a pride on them. That's what it comes down to. Somebody that's prideful doesn't want to hear that they're wrong. And then what it is too is a lot of them are actually, they're envious and they're covetous. They want to do what we're doing, but they don't got what it takes.
Yeah.
And ultimately it's the Lord that blesses you to do this. But
go.
point being though is, we're still doing it though, man. Okay? And they're mad that like even these people in the world, man, right? You'll have somebody that starts, let's say if they were in the game banging life, right, in the world. Hey, they get out of it, they start cleaning up. They kind of, get, a job. They haven't seen, people in the hood in a while. Then they come back a couple years later, cleaned up. Maybe he started working out, looks, like fit. You know what I'm saying? He don't got just some fucking J's on and some sweatpants. He's got like some boots on, right? Maybe a suit and tie, depending on the situation. And then they'll start hating on you, and then they'll say, "What? You think you're better than me?"
Right? Yeah, it never fails.
Actually, yes. But you'll have a person that'll just come back around, right? Maybe he moved out the neighborhood. Maybe now he's coming back to help his parents out. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. And then he sees his old friends that were on the block, and just tries talk to him for a minute or two. And they're mad because he ain't on the block anymore.
Yeah.
He moved on. And that's just some worldly shit, bro.
Exactly.
Shit's fucking crazy as hell.
And if he came up like these rappers do with bricks of money and start raining money on y'all peasants because you don't have the balls to clean yourself up and do what needs to be done through y'all by sitting outside. I mean, come on. Because he couldn't have felt more out of place. Not never. Because you're coming back to something where you're saying, you're cutting me up by showing you life. And that's what I get for coming around death. And you all refuse. You say 2-3 years. Yeah, long enough to clean up, get right, and show you the Lord's working with you. Better job. I got with the brothers. I know the word now. You think you're better than us as everybody starts to fade away, right?
Yes, we do. We
Yes,
do think man, we know we better than you niggas.
Yeah,
you niggas know we better than
exactly.
y'all.
I get back, y'all. I get back.
You good?
No,
My bad. I thought they called me out.
There you go. I'm gonna back away from y'all. Too much truth. Fuck me up.
But that's why you're not supposed to be around these people who aren't in the truth.
That's right, bro.
Because they look, they're plotting, scheming on you, trying to take you down.
Man.
That's why it says here in Sirach 37:12, it says, "But be continually with a godly man, whom thou knowest to keep the commandments of the Lord, whose mind is according to thy mind." So you got the same mind frame.
That's right.
Okay? "And will sorrow with thee if thou shalt miscarry." Look, only the men of the Lord are going to understand what you're going through. They're going to be on the same vibration, the same frequency. You can't deal with these people in the world like that. Now, of course, you may have some dealings here and there, right? You may, deal with your parents, deal with, your brother, cousin, whatever, here and there.
Yep.
Maybe a so-called friend of the world, right? You know what I'm saying? You may deal with them for a little bit, but hey, man, it's like in and out. You know what I'm saying? It's like in the Matrix, right? When they went in the Matrix, they went in and they got out. Straight business and got the fuck out. Because look, if you start playing too much, right? If they started playing too much in the Matrix, who was gonna come? The agents, right? And they were gonna get deleted. Then it went into the Matrix too. Shit, man, Agent Smith. Well, he what did he do? He just stuck his hand, into you, and then all of a sudden you were him. You know what I'm saying? That's how it is. What does it say? You touch it, pitch, you shall be defiled. Okay? You start playing with this world too much, and now you're getting defiled.
Yep.
That's why it's best to stay away from shit. In and out, like I said. Sometimes I deal with my people a little here and a little there. And look, after about like 2 hours, I gotta go, man.
Right.
Talk to them about some stuff, maybe help them out with a thing or two. But around that 2 hour mark, every time, it's about that 2 hour mark. I gotta start going, man. I don't want to talk about gloom and doom, okay? I don't want to talk about, this person's event. You know what I mean? I just don't want to be around it, man. I don't care about the politics. That's somehow will start getting brought up, the politics.
Because it's the stuff you got away from, brother. If you've gotten away from it, like you said, you're around it long enough to get that tingle, it's time to get up out of here because you'll be around somebody that's going to say something stupid, niggerish, and have you, man, all right, I'll get back again,
Shit, and then, depending on who you're around, you might have,
Right.
Let's just say your cousin or some shit that, you did some shit in the streets with. But he's still in the streets, you might be, kicking it with him for too long. Next thing you know, hey, somebody's trying to shoot at him, and damn near you might get hit. You know what I'm saying?
Always happens.
It does.
All right.
Yep.
But you brothers got a precept of
Yeah,
that.
I got it. This, Isaiah 59 and 14, it says, "A judgment is turned away backward, and justice standeth afar off. For truth is fallen in the street, and equity cannot enter. Yea, truth faileth, and he that departed from evil maketh himself a prey. And the Lord saw it, and it displeased him that there was no judgment." And it talks about that in Habakkuk, the first chapter, how the law, the righteous laws, statutes, commandments from on high is slacked in the society. It said the wicked can pass by the righteous, so wrong judgment proceedeth. So you got nothing but wickedness going on. And when you straighten up and fly right, these niggas look at you crazy because you saying, "Oh, this nigga ain't fucking nobody bitch in the ass." On top of that, nigga, take your bitch and fuck her in the ass, man. That's how wicked these niggas is. You know they smoked the blunt. You know she cooked the motherfucking pork chop in the morning. And then he got in a shootout with the nigga and killed the nigga, man. This is the shit that goes on in this society.
It's like that. I think it was you that said that shit with that one coworker. I think it was you that said
Oh,
that
yeah.
He couldn't even have sex with the normally anymore. He had such a heavy demon on him. The bitch had to have a man. He had to commit adultery to get his rocks off.
Yeah.
But see, that's that wicked spirit, man. Because it wasn't just about fucking the bitch. He had that fucking that Chris Breezy spirit on him. Mr. Steal Your Girl. You know what I'm saying? That they get off on that shit, bro. Is taking taking something that's not theirs.
That's it.
You know, and that's a very demonic spirit, bro.
Yeah.
All right. But the Lord's going to deal with our people that are like it, and see, that's what we're coming at right now. You know, that's the time period that we're coming in,
Right.
or that we're at now.
Right.
Lord is using Esau to execute the judgment now, snatching you up, you know, via ICE,
Yep.
right? You know, hey, the National Guard, trust me, is going to get deployed. I don't care the governor of Illinois and the governor of Wisconsin, whatever. You know what I'm saying? The governor of California, they signed that you can't deploy the National Guard. Look, man, the federal government it trumps. Okay, the no pun intended, by the way. It trumps the state laws. Okay, it always trumps it, man. Every time. You can sit there and fight it for a little bit, and it's all theatrics at the end of the day. Okay, it's all theatrics. You know, the point being though is when Trump said these troops are about to hit, boots on the ground, are about to hit. Hey, best believe boots are gonna fucking hit the ground, man.
That's
And what did he say? We started here in D.C. We're gonna go to Chicago. They're in Chicago. We're gonna go to Baltimore. We're gonna go to Oakland. We're gonna what? They said Memphis.
yeah.
Yeah.
Murder capital now.
And I want to jump with what Tazawar has said. Nowadays, you know, with the BBLs and all of this, if anal is your thing and that's what you into, then one curse leads to another. This is Galatians 5:19. Now the works of the flesh are manifest, which are these: adultery, fornication, uncleanness, lavishness, lasciviousness. It's like it.
Okay, it's okay.
All right. Idolatry, witchcraft, hatred, variance, emulations, wrath, strife, seditions, heresies, envyings, murders, drunkenness, revelings, and such like, of the which I tell you before, as I have also told you in time past, that they which do such things shall not inherit the kingdom of God. So to get lost in one thing leads to another. Rewind that, what the elder was saying about dip in, dip out. Being around certain people too long, they smoking a blunt in the room. I don't smoke, let me get out of there before I get contact, instead of, I don't want them tripping. I ain't that much of a square now that I'm gone. And then you get in contact and they thoughts start to be your thoughts because they conversation is starting to go with what's happening. Have another sip of this. I don't really drink beer. Take a sip. Next thing I know, what is this? Malt liquor. You know, shit I don't drink, but
Next thing you know,
totally.
one hit ain't gonna kill me.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So, next thing you know, now you're back in the world.
There
you know?
you go, brother.
Okay?
There you go.
It's a little here, a little there.
So-
But all those things, you know, that the brother just read is of this world. You know, being envious, malice, idolatry, witchcraft, hatred. You know, that's all of this world.
Heresy.
You know, and say that you gotta. And Scripture say, well, Romans 12, brother, get that? It says, conform not to the ways of this world. Okay, you gotta renew your mind.
That's right.
Become that new man, that new creature, which is a odd thing to this world.
Right.
You know, you don't eat pork anymore. You don't celebrate Halloween. Like I had to tell my mom, hey man, because I've told her for years, man, to stop doing this. And she'll do it so slick, man. It's so sly, and she got a demon on her.
Yeah,
you know. But I told her like, hey, don't be, going to, I don't want to say where they go, but they'll be going to, these places, right? And, celebrating Halloween. She's talking about, I'm going to take the kids and, it's like, he's phone. But, I'm going to take the kids and, we're going to hang out with them. So I'll be like, okay, cool. Next thing I know, I find out that they're, going to like Halloween fest and shit. This has been going on for years. And then this year, I told my mom, you're not taking them anywhere. No, it's good. You're not doing all this stuff. And she didn't even mention that she was going to go go to these, Halloween fest this year. I just so happened to like find out, and I told her, no, we're not doing this year. I told her, and I was real respectful and nice, but I said, Ma, I've told you for several years that I do not want them to be doing this. You are not doing this with them. You are not going to have my children. And she couldn't say anything. But yeah, man. Point being though is, they this world gets upset that you ain't doing these things. Right. They're upset. Hey, you got guys in the world that get mad at you because you don't want to run a train on the local hoe. You know what I'm saying? Blowing, bro. Like damn, bro.
Well, you don't want to see my ride, bro? Gay ass nigga. What?
And God's looking at you, but she gotta say something. He must be gay, No, I'm just not into trains right now. Following behind nasty seconds and thirds and this shit.
But that's what's happening in this world.
Bro.
That's a common thing. Gang bangings. You know what I'm saying? Like real shit. It's like a common thing now.
Yeah, that's like a hood state. That's like it's not even a hood state.
That's
a
world.
state.
That's a world staple now.
and
orgies,
again,
bro. Because I was telling you, man, the last few of these women that I somehow ended up talking to, either they've done shit, you know what I'm saying, some wild shit, or they wanted to do wild shit and include me, bro. I had this one bitch, bro. I started talking to her. Next thing you know, she throws me in this fucking group Snapchat situation. I'm like, who the fuck is like? There was another dude and another bitch. I'm like, what the fuck is going on? All of a sudden, the dude's like, he starts speaking for the fucking female, saying like, oh yeah, we want to have group fun. Can you fuck my wife? Bro, I'm like, what the fuck? Then he shows the 2 videos. She sends me 2 videos of him already dealing with the 2 bitches. But they want another. They want to add another man to the situation. I'm like, what the fuck is going on? Mind you, they're not even old. They're like 25, maybe 24, 25. I'm like, what the fuck, man? I just wanted to talk to the one bitch, man. Then all of a sudden, all this extra shit just came along with it afterwards. And like, bro, what? I was just like, what the fuck, man? I just got out of there.
And we're describing wickedness.
Yeah.
But somebody else is saying, girl, just go through your whole phase, do what you need to do.
Shit, man. Like I said, they wanted to do a whole orgy. 2 dudes, 2 girls. This shit is just bugged out, bro.
Yeah, it is. It's
fucking time.
Right.
It's just some fucking weird shit.
It's why we see this place crumble.
But get that Romans 12.
Romans 12:1. I beseech you, therefore, brethren, by the mercies of the Most High, that ye present your bodies a living sacrifice, holy, acceptable unto the Most High, which is your reasonable service, and be not conformed to this world, but be ye transformed by the renewing of your mind, that ye may prove what is that good and acceptable and perfect will of the Most High.
Exactly. So don't be conformed to this world. Hey, the scriptures say what? That this world is what? Grows darkness. This is a very evil, and especially as we keep getting closer to the end, it gets more and more wicked. Because, bro, I mean, you know this, man, because you're older than me. Like there was wicked shit going on, but like the stuff that each, you know, the next generation,
Right.
it's getting worse and worse, man. Like I said, like I was telling the brother, it's like the old, like, you know, bitches who are like around my age that I deal with, like they've done some wicked shit, no doubt about it, but it's not like these new bitches that are in their 20s that I've been talking to recently.
Oh, yeah,
like these
yeah.
bitches in their 20s, bro, I'm like, what the fuck is going on? Like I said, there was a whole group that was about 24, 25. They were already into orgies, bro.
Oh,
You know what
yeah,
I'm saying?
These hoes, man, these
It's
hoes.
not even just the hoes. That's why I keep emphasizing the group. The fucking Mexican was the fucking spick was a part because they're all spicks, by the way. He was the head of the fucking goddamn situation. I'll say this: we always get on these hoes, but no, hey, you fucking men, man.
Right.
You fucking men are it cause a lot of these problems, man.
These men the root cause of that shit.
Yeah.
They the ones running train
They
on the bitch.
they co-sign all this shit.
Yeah.
It's cool.
That's why these niggas, at motherfucking 15, 14, I was in high school with this shit. I was in 8th grade, 6th grade seeing this shit. Big 12 years old getting a train run on her.
God damn, bro.
I knew it was a nigga in my school that failed about 5 times, so he's 16. These bitches like 13. He got a car, gang banging, crib, so he fucking these hoes, man. So I'm seeing this shit. These bitches get motherfucking 12. They parents don't care where they at. They don't give a fuck how long they stand out at 9, 10 o'clock,
Shit,
man.
yeah. You get around these Edomites too, like Jake be doing it. But you get around these Edomites,
It's worse.
bro. They've been all on fucking drugs. They've done every drug before they even hit college, bro.
Right.
They smoke weed regularly. They drink regularly. Hey, you know, maybe, you know, on occasion they be popping the Molly, doing the coke, the acid, the mushrooms.
But I
Before they even hit college, bro. And because I remember that's what I got introduced to at college. Like, I haven't even done anything. I was all innocent and shit. I was like, what? Like, bro, they were all fucking heavy into this shit.
I used to be able to drink half a pint of Hennessy. Now I can drink a whole pint by myself.
Damn.
Okay. And you're gonna make a lot of bad decisions around them guys feeling that way. So, yeah.
It's a lot of wild shit out here, man.
Man,
A lot of wild shit, bro. You know? And like I said, it's just getting worse and worse.
Well, if you can think it up and somebody's stupid enough to want to try it,
Even
Man.
if you can't think it up, this shit that don't pass, that is unfathomable to my mind that people are doing out here.
Yeah, you
Weird
know.
shit.
Right.
That's no matter of fact on camera. And these niggas put this shit on the internet, man.
Exactly, bro. You got people, you got dudes having whole relationships with trannies openly. You got people murdering left and right. You know what I'm saying? Like just stealing. It's a free for all in this world.
And bestiality is accelerating
Exactly.
because more and more people are stupid enough to put it online and be like,
Exactly, bro. Because look, and going back to what the Elder Yak said, a little leaven leavens the whole
Oh,
lump.
no.
It starts off with just that one thing. It's like going even back with that gay shit, right?
Right.
The LGBTQ or LGBT, because it wasn't even Q at the time. It was the LGBT community. It started off with just gays and lesbians, right? They don't call bisexuals, right?
Yeah.
Then it just started getting worse and worse and worse. Okay. Then they started adding the transvestites, the cross-dressers. And it went from that to what? Now the actual, transformers. Now we're at a point where they want to add pedophilia to it.
Yeah.
They're saying that this is a normal thing to be attracted to children.
Man.
No, it's not fucking normal. Okay, you need to be put to death. You see?
that's right, brother.
But it starts off with just small shit like that, bro. Then now look at where we're at. It's through. But I got this. This is 1 Peter chapter 4, verse 1. For as much then as Yahweh Shai has suffered for us in the flesh, arm yourselves likewise with the same mind. And see, we got to have that same mind, that same spirit as Yahweh Shai. Okay? Hey, what? Prepare for the worst, hope for the best. That's the spirit and the mindset that we got to be in.
That's right.
So it says here, for he that has suffered in the flesh hath ceased from sin. And if you fight them urges, right, you're going to cease from sin. Okay? Because look, that flesh is gonna, it's a motherfucker, bro.
Yeah, it is.
Hey, there's a lot of times, real talk, I've been put in so many situations where I could have committed adultery, man. Just, bro, so many times in this truth, bro. You know, but I fought them urges. Okay? And you gotta fight, you resist temptation. And best believe, hey, you're gonna be faced with this, constantly. And that's just one thing, bro. All of a sudden, you have a demon hop on you, want to do drugs again or some shit, smoke weed.
Yep.
All of a sudden you want to rob or some shit, like real shit, bro. You just have these random ass thoughts, what the fuck is this, man? You know what I mean? But you got to fight that shit.
Yeah.
And that puts you in a better position. Because these people, bro, they don't fight their flesh, they give into it.
Look, I came up in an era where the boss would say to certain people, because he already knew, I could tell who on drugs, they always miss Monday after payday. And then if you hadn't already noticed, you start looking at it because they didn't got too beat up all weekend to come in Monday. Now you said it, it's a pattern, and you like, damn, he is right, because that's the one that's saying, got 20 I can hold till payday. And then you saying, didn't we just get paid? I didn't ask y'all that, just say no. Now you upsetting me for bothering me. I mean, come on.
You're asking. I'm just inquiring of why you need this 20, and you're mad about that?
Right, you asking me for money, nigga.
Right. To wait on to you to pay me back if you go pay me back.
Exactly. I'm going to keep reading. This is 1 Peter 4:2. It says that he no longer should live the rest of his time in the flesh to the lust of men, but the will of Yahweh.
That's right.
It says, for the time past of our life may suffice us to have wrought the will of the Gentiles when we walked in what it says here, lasciviousness, okay, lust, excess of wine, reveling, banqueting, and abominable idolatries, which we've all been, in that. We've been into which really anything outside of this truth is actually idolatry. Hey, brothers were into their woman too much. Brothers, hey, real talk, may have been into Satanism. All right, you might have had, of course, brothers in the church, JC, Islam, they had the American Dream demon on them. What is that? Was it cash rules?
Cream.
Yeah, cream. What is it?
Cash rules everything
Around me.
right.
They had that spirit. You know what I'm saying? You see what I mean?
That's right.
All right. But we were all in this, partying too much, doing whatever the fuck we were doing. All right.
Being a nigger.
Yeah, exactly, bro. But it says here, verse 4, wherein they, meaning the rest of this world, think it strange that ye run not with them to the same excessive pride, speaking evil of you. And that's what happens when you don't want to partake in the bullshit anymore. Now people are talking shit, whether it be directly to you or behind your back. Best believe it's one of the two. All right. Best believe it's going to happen at some point, but I'll say that, excuse me, at first it may affect you. You're like, damn, man, how come my family's not getting right? How come my friends don't want to, hear, this word? Because it ain't for them. And as you get older in this truth, you just become more and more, separated. And you just don't care. You're like, whatever. You don't let this stuff bother you. You're trying to serve the Lord, be a good brother, so on and so forth.
Right.
You're not worried about these people in the world. They're going to die, man.
Yep.
Like,
Straight up.
these people don't have a long time span, man. And the Lord is shutting down shop. And you really see it.
That's right. And for the apostles elder to be 40 years in, 4 decades, and now you're saying, why is this happening?
Shut up, nigger.
Exactly.
Hey, we're in that spirit, man. Shut up. The fuck you talking about, man? See, we're in this point. There is no more talking, man. Now of course we're doing what we got to do, right? Until the Lord says, it's done. Hey, no more preaching. But we're at a point where it's we're not talking to you anymore. I'm not going back on a comment board. I'm not trying to make a rebuttal video. You know what I'm saying, so to speak. Now, of course, we do things for edification's sake, but for the most part, I'm not going back and forth. You already know we got all these videos out there from all these different brothers. If you don't like the way I'm saying it, maybe you'll like the way that Tons of War is saying it. Okay? If you don't like the way Tons of War is saying it, maybe you like the way Asa is saying it. Okay? Or whomever. Hey, but we're all speaking the same thing at the end of the day. Okay? So, like I said, you can get that too, man. The Lord's gonna make us our tongue to cleave to the roof of our mouth. Get that real quick. Because my thing is, why am I going to be trying to talk to you when all hell's breaking loose?
There's nothing to explain.
What are we going to discuss when you got ICE and the National Guard and NATO troops in the fucking streets? What the fuck is there going to be? What are we talking about, man?
Stepping over dead bodies.
Exactly. People getting shot. People getting snatched up. When I say snatch, I'm talking about like these regular people just snatching this person, throwing them in the car. You know what I'm saying? About to rape them, about to eat them.
Yeah, right.
You know what I'm saying?
Never to be seen.
Rape now, eat later. You see what I'm saying? Like, bro, like, what are we really talking about in that time period? Hell no, man. I'm worried about, you know, the brotherhood, my family. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's who I'm gonna be concerned about. Not you fucking punks. Fuck you people, man. Fuck you, man.
Exactly.
And again, how long? 40 years? I can't stress that enough.
Exactly, bro. Like, shit, really, man. If you want to go back to their elders, this has been going on since let's just say 70, right? Because it was the late 60s. Let's just say 70 was the mark.
That's
80, 90, 2000, 2010, 2020, going on almost 2030, bro. Almost 60 years, bro. A little less than that. But give or take about 60 years.
No breaks, neither.
No breaks. All gas.
Ain't take a year. Let me take a week off. No.
Nope.
No.
What you got that, Ark?
This is Ezekiel 3:26. And I will make thy tongue cleave to the roof of thy mouth, that thou shalt be dumb, and shalt not be to them a reprover, for they are a rebellious house.
Exactly. Hey. By the way, get real quick in Ecclesiastes, it says there's a time to speak and a time to keep silent. Because right now it's the time of speaking, right? It's the time of speaking. We're out here preaching, doing what the Lord commanded us to do. But it's going to get to a point where the Lord's going to remove us. He's going to pull us back. All right? And that's really the Lord's hand, you know what I'm saying? Retracting.
That's right.
Okay? You see? We're not going to be talking anymore. Like I said, what's there to talk about? Even with all this stuff that's going on, like, hey, we make all these different videos, bro. Like, we're telling you, this is biblical prophecy that's happening. A lot of you people have heard, this word years ago. We've told you that there's going to be troops, okay? There's going to be boots on the ground. That shit's going to get real. That the government's going to take away your goodies. We've been saying that for how long? And now it's happening. Now you people are, screaming, crying, shouting, Fuck you, man.
Exactly.
You got it, bro.
This Ecclesiastes 3:1.
We don't got sympathy up here. All right? We don't got compassion. Because this is the compassion right now.
That's right.
Us, teaching this word. Because I'll say this, if you're an individual that listens, asks sincere questions, and who's willing to learn, we're cool with you.
That's right.
But look, we understand the majority of you people. Look, man. Hey, you're just a scoffer, a scorner. You hate us, so hey, we hate you too. Hey, the feeling is mutual.
Man, when you reap what you sow, what goes around comes around. Exactly. You're not losing no sleep knowing what Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai and the apostles have been saying is coming true. We got our popcorn. Yep. Because through Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai, and we know he's never forsaken us, we look forward to the show.
Yep. What you guys got?
It's Ecclesiastes 3:1. I'm going to jump down. But it says, to everything there is a season and a time to every purpose under heaven. Now I'm going to jump down to verse 7. A time to rend and a time to sow, a time to keep silence, and a time to speak.
Exactly. Like I said, You know, we're in the time, in the season of speaking, but we're getting real close to that season of being silent.
That's right.
You know? Hey, go get Matthew 25 real quick. Get Matthew 25.
She went all the way around on the hump and then came back over.
Yeah, these
Instead of
people are,
walking.
they're
That's
bugged
a
out.
demon right there.
They're bugged
She
out.
couldn't pass through here.
I hope ice snatches you.
Yeah, she was
Take your ass back to
And got
Guatemala.
on the hump and was walking, so that much spirit down
Yeah,
there pushed her over.
That bitch wasn't even Mexican. They take your ass back to Guatemala, man.
bitch.
Perfect example. Evil.
Hey, man.
Evil.
These jakes are fucking out of their minds.
man,
This bitch
come on.
literally, instead of just walking on the sidewalk, you know, walk down the street, she literally went into where the median is. Mind you, it's not even like a real median. It's where all the, you know, the different, you know, trees and,
Right.
you know, different shrubs and all that, you know what I'm saying, are there. She walked over there. You know, once she passed us, then she came back to the sidewalk just to go get to the bus stop. She's nuts, man.
That shit is super.
Mom, she
bro.
don't even speak a lick of English, but you know what? She felt that spirit.
Right.
You know, get that Matthew 25, and we're gonna close up.
It's Matthew 25:1. Then shall the kingdom of heaven be likened unto 10 virgins, which took their lamps and went forth to meet the bridegroom.
Which is Yahweh Shai. Okay, he's that bridegroom. Keep reading. And we're the bridesmaids. Okay?
Right?
We're the Lord's woman. Keep reading.
And 5 of them were wise,
5 were wise,
and 5 were foolish.
which represents, say, the 1/3 and the 2/3. The
Right.
1/3 is those 5 wise, and the 2/3 are those 5 foolish. Keep reading.
They that were foolish took their lamps and took no oil with them.
Which is that represents this wisdom, knowledge, and understanding. Keep going.
But the wise took oil in
Yep.
their vessels with their lamps.
Keep going.
While the bridegroom tarried, they all slumbered and slept. And at midnight there was a cry made, Behold, the bridegroom cometh, go ye out to meet him.
Exactly. The scriptures say what? He's going to come as a thief in the night.
That's right.
You see? All right, these people aren't going to expect the Lord's coming. And then when the Lord, you know, it comes back, it's going to be too late. It's going to get into it. Keep reading.
Verse 7, it says, Then all those virgins arose and trimmed their lamps. And the foolish said unto the wise, Give us of your oil,
Yep.
for our lamps are gone out.
Yep, keep going.
But the wise answered, saying, Not so, lest there be not enough for us and you.
Exactly. So when that day comes, look, I got to keep my own oil. I don't got enough to just spread it around and disperse it. No. Because we're doing it right now as we speak.
That's right.
And you're not taking heed. You're not being the wise, you know, virgin. You're being the foolish one. You know what it is? They don't see the investment, right, really paying off. You know, they're putting it to the side. They're like Esau. You know, he had the birthright, and he didn't think anything of it. He's like, what am I doing with this right now? It's not benefiting me. That's how these people see it. What's this truth what's beneficial of this truth? They don't see it, you know, nothing, you know, nothing prosperous coming from it. You know, you had that one guy that left. I forgot who it was. What was it? Avery? Was that
Oh yeah,
nigga?
that fucking faggot.
What did his fucking dad say? Are they even making any money?
Yeah, it was about the bread.
See?
Y'all ain't making no money. What the fuck? I ain't
Look,
blind and can't see a far off.
Look, you niggas about to lose everything.
And they ain't making no money.
And you ain't even making money.
These niggas ain't got no money, man.
Fucking loser.
Nigga talking about $10,000. That ain't no money, nigga.
10,000 is a joke nowadays. Keep reading.
It says,
Okay.
It says, But go ye rather to them that sell and buy for yourselves.
Keep going.
And while they went to buy, the bridegroom came, and they that were ready were in with him to the marriage,
That's right. The elect. Keep going.
and the door was shut.
Ooh, the door was shut. Keep going.
Afterward came also the other virgins, saying, Lord, Lord, open to us. But he answered and said, Verily I say unto you, I know you not.
Keep, it says like meeting the
Yep.
Ashkenaz. Yeah, get that
It
back.
says, Watch therefore, for ye know.
That was it. This is the lady, right? Oh, maybe it does. I thought it was the same person.
Yeah, I got jumped down verse 30.
Okay, just jump down to 30.
this-
Because I think 2 parables hit, and then it goes to that. But this is what's going to happen to these people, all right? The wicked of our people. And we'll finish it off with this.
This Matthew 25 and 29, because it's talking about the talents.
Yep.
It says, for unto everyone that have shall be given, and he shall have abundance. But from him that hath not shall be taken away, even that he hath. And cast ye the unprofitable servant into outer darkness, there shall be weeping and gnashing of teeth.
And that's what's coming to our people. Nothing but straight hell to them.
That's right.
All right, and that's because they rejected this knowledge, were lazy, slothful, didn't want to repent, get right. So the Lord's going to destroy them.
right.
So hopefully this was edifying. With that, we're going to give all praises, honor, and glory to
Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Rakakwadash.
Also double honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone. And salutations to all your brothers out there, Shalom and the Papa Ball.
Wow,
Oh, tonight.
And I do